One of the biggest mistakes that parents make when teaching their kids to read is jumping straight into letter sounds without preparing the kids for the skills they need in language acquisition. Learners need to hear the language before they read it, and the easiest way to fix this is to play a few simple sound games so that kids are attuned to what and how they need to hear the language. Then the kids will be able to take those letter sounds and know what they are for. I have more tips just like this in this video, so keep watching. Hi, I'm Leanne, and on this channel I do education and tip videos just like this. I have taught kids for almost 20 years, and I want to share some of the things I've learned along the way. If this is the first time we are meeting, I am so glad you could join us. If you want to follow us on our learning journey, go ahead and click that subscribe button over there. In this video, I'm going to share 3 sound games that are proven and used by reading teachers to develop your kids' sensitivity to reading, so that when you start, they are eager learners. Stay till the end, where I will drop a bonus tip to help your kid develop a love for books. Using sound games is a Montessori-inspired and proven approach to reading preparation. These games help kids develop an ear for the sounds that make up words. This is the most basic and foundational skill to helping your child learn to sound out the first words when it is time to read. If you start straight into letter sounds, they don't really know where to peg this new information that they are learning. Why would they remember it if they don't know what they need it for? So let's get to it. Okay, number 1, blending games. Blending is when you put 2 or more sounds together to make a word. At the simplest level, you want to use compound words. One word made out of 2 or more parts. Sun, flower, sunflower. Cow, boy, cowboy. You could set these up with toys and items that the kids have, or do it as you go about your daily life. For example, this is a toothbrush, a bathtub, a water bottle. You say the 2 parts distinctively and separately, and you ask them to put them together, that is, to blend. And you can have them guess what item you are referring to. If you want prepared pictures of compound words to use, I highly recommend Blue Orange's Super Genius Compound Word Cards. It has picture equations so your kid can play, reading not yet required. After you have quite a bit of practice with this and your kids understand how words blend and come together, you can move on to blending sounds together. From 2 sounds like panda, panda, ow, cow, to 3 sounds like d or g, dog, or sh, e, p, sheep. It doesn't matter if they are single sounds, or single letter, or multi-letter sounds. What matters is that there are 2 distinct sounds. The point is to move the kids closer towards hearing individual sounds. So now you've gone on from words and narrowed it down to sounds. Now, the second type of game that we are going to play are the syllable games. A syllable is a unit of pronunciation having 1 vowel sound, or simply put, 1 unit of sound. Every syllable must have a vowel, but you don't really need to know the definition. Kids do, however, need to know how to identify and how to count them. Think of it as how many parts does a word have. Dog is 1, apple is 2, computer is 3. This exercise teaches them how to divvy up words into chunks of sounds. Pick words that are of high interest to them, and then you can clap out each syllable as they say a word. Dinosaur. Give them a word and have them stomp it out. Stomp out each syllable to reach a goal or a finishing line. Emergency. Then we have the very standard Montessori-inspired sound game for beginning letter sounds. I spy with my little eye something that begins with the sound G. I spy with my little eye something that begins with the sound H. Now, notice I am using the actual sound that the letter makes and not the name of the sound. Most words that begin with this letter A actually says as in apple. This letter is B as in boy. This game can be as elaborate as you collecting a small collection of their toys and playing I Spy, something that begins with the sound K. Or as easy as playing this as you walk around the grocery store, or something you see on the drive to school. You can play this as you read to them, using items in the illustrations on the pages of books that you are reading to the kids, and they can try to identify them by the beginning sounds. If you want more ideas on what to do with picture books to help make your kids love them, make sure to stay to the end for the bonus tip that I promised. These are all fun games to play as you walk around the neighborhood, pick up groceries at the supermarket, eat your meals, tidy the house, keep them in the back of your mind, and pull them out whenever the kids need some entertaining. It's a no-brainer. What other on-the-go games do you play with your kids in the car? I'll start first in the comments. These games I'm sharing today work on developing kids' oral sensitivity to sounds. If you want to help your kids develop print sensitivity, be sure to check out the video I did with what we did with flashcards from the moment the babies were old enough to sit up. Click the link to the video in the description notes below if you want to learn more about how we did that. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing to my videos on Facebook and YouTube. This video is chock-a-block full of tips and ideas. If you've got an idea you can use today and are watching this on Facebook, share it in your story. If you're in YouTube, click the like button or share in the comments. Comments and likes are how creators on YouTube make a living. You guys are the reason why I make these videos, so tell me in the comments what topics you want help on. It'll inspire me to make the next one. Alright, so back to the bonus tip that I promised would encourage your child to love books. Today's tip is to line up the books at eye level, cover facing forward. This is why I have put up these shelves behind to elicit my children's attention to things that I've put up there. Children's book illustrators take great pains to design the covers to be eye-catching and attention-grabbing. So we should use those to our advantage to draw the kids into the pictures on the cover and in the books. Think of the last time you were at a bookstore. Chances are the books that appealed to you to pick up or at least take a look were those that had their cover facing you. We played all variation of these games as we went about our daily lives, that the girls figured out how to read for themselves once I introduced the letter sounds to them. Because they knew those letters made sounds and what those sounds were for. All we needed to do was play these games, which honed key listening skills that would translate later. Friends, make sure you subscribe! I post a video every week, so you don't want to miss the next release. If you want to see how we do live, follow us on Facebook or Instagram @TheChiliBuddy. And I will see you in the next video.